Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of We Be Talking.
We be talking, what's the word? Everything you never heard. We be talking,
Back. We are so happy to have you here today. We have a very exciting show. I don't know if it's exciting, but it's an interesting topic to talk about because we may not talk about it enough and we need to start talking about it, okay? Have you ever said to one of your friends, if there's something wrong with me,
let me
for
know.
example, if my hair don't look good and I think it's cute, or if my breath stink, tell me. Now, be honest. Are you going to be able to tell somebody that their breath stinks? So that's what we're gonna be talking about. So before I dig deeper into it, let me introduce everybody. I'm Tabara.
Hey girl.
Hey, that's Ave.
Hey girl.
That's Sheikah.
What
Hey, boo.
And Kim's not here yet, but she will be joining us a little later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, share it with everybody you know, and click that notification bell so that when we upload our videos, you will be the first to know. We want y'all to know that we're going to start uploading videos twice a week. So one on Wednesday and another one on either Saturday or Sunday. So twice a week. Come on now with all this goodness, okay? All this good content. Go ahead and subscribe and share it to everybody, all right?
Right.
So yeah, y'all. Let's let's talk about this. How we gonna do this? Because I know I have said to. First of all, let me ask y'all, as my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have my breath ever stunk and y'all ain't tell me?
I don't think I've ever smelled your breath.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Because I know I am guilty of not telling somebody that they breath stink. Okay, and it's not that I want them to walk around with bad breath.
Why you
but it's just I don't know how they're going to take that information. Like I don't know if they're thinking, if they're gonna think that I'm, trying to be mean or I don't want them to be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I wouldn't do it in a group of people. I would take them to the side, but I haven't conjured up the courage to tell somebody that they breath stink. Yeah. And I have told my girl, like, oh, girl, her breath stink, which is so bad. Mm-hmm. And I have to change my ways.
You do. Because some people's breath ain't even smell, you be like, girl.
That's not true. If your breath stink, it stink now.
No.
But so I can admit it. Can y'all, if you listen, I'm grown enough to be able to admit it.
No, but I think at the time when I know there have been times we say that you told me, we be like, do our breath do like a breath check? Come on. Do
breath check. Do you smell my breath?
But not just with stinky breath. But not just with stinky breath. It could be anything.
Yes. Absolutely.
It could be something that a person does constantly, just doesn't sit right with you.
Yes.
And you like, okay, do you just take it and not say nothing and just allow them to be this person or whatever they're doing? Do you dim yourself down so that they can continue to, what's that about? Why don't we have the courage sometimes to tell people like, look, don't do that. I hate when you do that, but you continually do it. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think this came up with, I was talking to somebody and last week, and she had told one of her friends, she said, you always do that because anytime you don't want to do something, you say this, but I know you're not going to come, or I know you're not going to do it, but you say this, and this is something that you always do. And the person got offended. It was wow. What do you mean I always, and it wasn't even something bad. I think because it was a character flaw for her, she didn't like to hear it. And a lot of times, we don't want to hear that character flaws. We don't want to look at ourselves in the mirror for face value. And another thing is, we don't see ourselves the way others see us. Mm-hmm. Our perception of ourselves isn't the perception of others. And I know that. So sometimes when people tell me, I don't know if there's something I need to work on, but it don't bother me. Like, I just need to work. Like, it ain't something that I carry it ain't something that I carry and just carry and carry. Like Franklin said, well, you need counseling, but I'm just saying, like, okay, whatever. Or there's been things to me, I'd be like, girl, you need to start. And I just like, oh, whatever. You know, it don't bother me. I don't know. Maybe it's the person who it's coming from.
Oh,
right. Because if you know, what you think about that, Ave? Because I think you said that earlier, but you just don't know how somebody's gonna handle the information.
You tell me something, it'd be different, but
yeah. No, I honestly think the reason why a lot of people aren't able to accept things that are being said is because in their childhood, what they felt was never accepted. They were probably brought up where they kind of had to quiet how they felt if they were hurt, if they felt a certain type of way, you know, if they said something, because, you know, kids, they just word vomit, whatever the first thing they say, oh, you're being rude. Oh, that's not nice. That's not. And so they, from a young age, when you're learning to censor yourself, when you become an adult, you expect that every single person is supposed to censor themselves when they are interacting with you. So if you meet somebody that's like, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, even if it's coming from a place of love, you get offended because you're like, I can't believe you're going to say something like that to me. So then you try to find something to pinpoint about that individual to try to level the playing field so it doesn't feel as if you know, they kind of got a leg up on you in a certain way, so you don't feel like you're on the hot seat. That's how
Listen, let's practice it.
Okay.
Let's do a scenario, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna be the friend with the bad breath, okay?
Okay.
And say, for example, you and Sheikah and Ave, y'all have experienced my bad breath for a while, but y'all just don't know how to tell me, right? But I'm always up in your face like, hey y'all.
Ooh, not the hard H. Not the hard H, father.
How y'all doing today?
Ooh, all the droplets of
How y'all
halitosis
gonna
just
tell me?
floating in the air.
Listen, and y'all tired of me.
Okay.
So how y'all gonna tell me that my breath stink? Go ahead. Lights, camera, action.
Okay. Hey, Sheikah, I think we gotta find a way to tell Tamara. Because I mean, if she our girl, we can't have her out here walking around talking, saying all these hard H's and rolling her R's like she's Spanish and spitting that funk all on people because people is talking. So, I mean, you started, and then I'll kind of come in with, because you good with the direct, and I'll kind of come in with the softness of it. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
hey, sweet girl.
Hey, girl.
Tamara, I got something to tell you.
What?
It's like every time you say y'all or hey, like there's this smell that's coming out of your mouth that is crippling my nose. Like my nose could barely do anything else. Like my nose don't function after that comes out anymore. So I really believe there's something you need to like. I got some mints over here that I keep with me.
They're good too. I had to get some one day.
I had to get some one day.
Oh, 1 minute. Hold up. What you say? You trying to say my breath stink?
It's not that your breath stinks. That's not what she's saying. She's not saying that your breath stinks. She's, because we know that you brush your teeth, obviously. She's just saying that, sometimes you eat things and the smell can linger, like garlic or,
I'm saying your breath stink. Fix it. No, clean it up. I'll just play. No, let me say this. This is all good and fine. And that's another thing, Tamara, if your breath smells, for me to tell you your breath smells would be no problem. And you know this. I don't think you have a problem like she could, girl.
No,
it wouldn't bother you to tell me.
No.
I don't know what that is.
So why would it bother? Why does it bother
communicate with each other like that? I don't know. We can communicate with each other like that, and I cannot explain. I wouldn't get mad, and you wouldn't get mad if I could tell you, 100% tell you, Tamara, your breath stink. Girl, you smell a little musty. You've been working out. Something, we've done it before.
But the thing is,
What you trying to say? You told me that I was musty before.
I'm but I'm just we've done it before and it's no issue.
but you
Yeah.
got to also
So-
look at the fact that you guys have a healthy, leveled friendship. There is no jealousy. There is no insecurity.
That's
There's
true.
no, like, you know each other. So you already know that individual's heart. So you know whatever they say to you will never come from a place of maliciousness,
I
but
think
always a place of love. So you can accept it. Even if you go, are you serious? You can still accept it. But I think you have a lot of friendships that they're more top of the water surface, like good, but underneath the current is not as smooth as it looks on the water. So you got to kind of tiptoe when you saying certain
Right.
things because you don't know how they would take it.
I don't like tiptoeing. But
It's
but,
true.
but it's true. It's so true.
It's very true.
I think that was perfectly said. I think the fact that I know her that way, or she knows me. I just use that as an example.
Yeah.
But if my mama was to pull me and say, "Girl, your breath," I understand that my mama got my back and she don't want me out here
Right.
stinking breath.
Yeah.
If my mama said, "Girl, your breath thing, you need to do something," it's gonna hurt zero. I'm be like, "Mom, give me something. Oh, I need to fix it," type deal. Versus someone that I don't really know, and they're like,
True.
"Girl, you don't know where it's coming from."
That's true.
I think
That's
what
true.
you said, Ave, is 100%. But even with that, if you feel like this your girl, okay, so what about people who you've been around them for years and you know their personality traits, you know their character flaws,
Right.
you know how they handle and not handle certain things. So, and if you was to tell them, I think you need to clean that up a little bit. That stinks. Or I mean, you wouldn't say it that way, or you'd be like, look.
But the thing is, like, how would you what's a nice way to say your breath stink
Your breath
without lying? Because you don't want to dumb it down.
Exactly.
Like Ave was just about to lie, like, girl, it's garlic. And I'm like, well, I ain't no garlic or nothing. And
I was giving a suggestion. I wasn't lying.
Yeah, Ave, she was just trying to help you figure out and maneuver the fact.
Exactly.
So how do you say that without lying? How do you just come straight forward from a place of love without lying to say, listen, your breath stink, and I don't want you to go out there and be
just like that
and be staking up the place.
I don't know, y'all. I remember my girlfriend. She had a conversation with me, like, she sat me down and she was like, Ave, this was like years ago. And she was like, Ave, I want to be able to have the friendship where I can tell you things that I need to tell you. So I'm like, okay. And she was like, I want to be able to tell you if you're getting on my nerves. I want to be able to say, Ave, you getting on my nerves. I want to be able to tell you if, because she felt like she couldn't tell me no. Granted, it didn't matter to me no way, because I'm like, if you my best friend, girl, I don't care about no boundaries. Boundaries don't exist with us. But that was me before I realized that boundaries do exist and some people want them followed. So when she said that to me, at first I was like, I don't understand, because it was it was completely opposite of how you were interacting with me. So then now it's got me second guessing, like, well, how many times was I on your nerves and you were still sitting around me, and you know what I mean? But after we had the conversation, I told her, I said, if I'm getting on your nerves, you can tell me that I'm getting on your nerves. I'm still going to come by, because if I got something to tell you, I'm going to come by and I'm going to tell you. But I mean, we ain't got to stand at the door talking for long. Right. But I mean, I'm going to respect what you say, but you got to voice it to me. Don't let it build up.
True.
And then you start acting funny, and I'm trying to figure out what the ham sandwich going on. And you know what I mean? And you like, oh, no, but I know it's something, but I really think that when a lot of times people are afraid, especially if you don't want to lose that friendship, and you don't know how it'll be received, because maybe you have insecurities about some things and you're projecting their reaction to what you would say. Ooh. because that would be how you would react if they brought something to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let me say this though. If I were in that situation with somebody and I told them and that friendship was over because of that, then was it really a friendship to begin with? Because if I can't tell you that your breath stink, or you can't tell me that my breath stink, or if I got a bad attitude or something, are we really friends? Because friends are supposed to be able to be honest to each other. And I mean, you be doing me a favor if you told me my breath stink. You be helping me. I may not see it as that right then and there, but you be helping me because I don't want to walk around. Because if you can smell my breath, that means everybody else can smell my breath. You know what I'm saying? So you be doing me a favor. So, you know.
But see, that's something easy, right? The breast. What if it was a situation of
you think that's
you gotta
easy?
no, hold on.
It depends on the person again.
Right, but hold on. Let me say what I was gonna say. What if it's a situation of you got to tell somebody, you got to tell your girlfriend something about her man, or you got to tell your girlfriend something about a relationship that she's in. You know what I mean? Because not saying that telling somebody that they're breast stinks, because that's still a personal attribute of themselves. It's become a part of their character if they haven't yet. But you know, but when it comes down to like the heavy stuff of that, how do you do that? Because usually they'll say you jealous. Usually they'll take the word of what the man says over you, no matter if y'all been friends for 17 years. So then you got girlfriends that are treading lightly because they might have been hurt in a past friendship where they thought they could just say it and, you know, they had a whole big falling out. And girlfriends is hard to come by. I mean, let's keep it real. Girlfriends, like true girlfriends, are hard to come by because everybody is in a different stage. I'll say that. Everybody's different stage. So how would you tell somebody that you had a situation with their man? Not a situation. Let me fix that. The devil is a liar. How would you tell somebody something about their man?
That would be hard. But I would be more apt to say something like that to my good friend because, say for instance, okay, so let me tell Sheikah this right now.
You better tell it because I was going to tell her if you did not.
Every time we recorded, Sheikah would sit there and yawn.
Oh,
Listen, Tamara texts me or call me every time she editing. What's the problem? Are we boring you?
And she be like, she be so tired. The way she yawn, y'all, it's like you want to fall asleep.
Asleep.
She yawning.
Like she's with her eyes open.
She be like, it's like, look.
Yeah.
Let me say this. I can't help because I got the yawn. Okay. I'll be right here though. I'm right here with you. I just
it is so fitting for right now. But anyway, so
I'm gonna try to work on that.
Well, I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. What if one of y'all had to tell me that my man was cheating or something crazy, or like, you know, something like, would that be hard for y'all? Like, I know that would be hard for me. That would be hard for me, number one. But I would feel, as your friend, I would feel obligated. I don't know why that is different from, like, you know, the bad breath or something else. Like, to me, I would feel obligated to let you know, listen, you know, this is going on or whatever. I don't know if that's a messed up way to say it, because I should feel obligated to tell you that your breath stank too.
Yeah.
But I feel like,
I mean, again, that's a hard one. It depends on the person. Because for me, if I knew the man was cheating, and it depends on who that person was, I try to have proof before I go to him. Like, look,
right,
girl, look what look at this.
No.
And it's up to you to do. And I, you know, as my friend, I wanted to let you know that would be me. Honestly, depending on the person in the relationship, I would honestly want to have some sort of substance to bring to them about their man cheating before I just be like, yo, man cheating on you because I know, you know.
Right. So in order for you to get proof, that means you would have to dig deeper into the situation. Like, you know, I be like, Lord, I want to mind my business, but that's my friend though.
Yeah.
I can't see myself saying I need to mind my business if that's my good friend. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be so. There's not a secret that something like that I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely have to dive in there and not mind my business and get some proof and go to my
I
friend
was trying to figure it out, like especially if I've seen them before, or I mean, it's something I would try to figure it out.
Even if it might.
At time, if I saw somebody, I'd be like, "Oh, girl."
Yeah.
But you know what? That coming from the wrong person, like that coming from somebody that's not really somebody that you consider like a close friend, that could come off as what you're trying to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, if that's the case, honestly, if we're not close like that,
I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna drink my water and mind my business.
If something going on, eventually you will find out. But if I know that you're not gonna take it well from me, I'm not finna say nothing to you, especially if we don't have a relationship, because it's not my business.
Yeah, true.
Ultimately, it's not my business with my close friend, but if Tamara, like, kind of sort of is my business. Like,
it is your business.
Tamara's business is my business. Her business, my business, her business. Like, what you mean? You get what I'm saying? Or Kim, vice versa. Like, Kim that's definitely my business, and I'm definitely gonna tell her. And with Kim or Tamara or whatever, I know for a fact if I go tell them, it ain't gonna be like, they're gonna be like, girl, let's fun. Like, it's gonna be.
Listen, we had a real life situation. Well, you didn't tell me that my man was cheating or anything, but I was ready to go fight, and she was like, "What's up? Let's go." We was in the car, like, "What's up?"
I tell people my past.
Oh, Jesus, said it all.
That was years ago. And
see, it just depends on the person. I don't know. Is that wrong? I wouldn't be like, "Ooh, girl," or even find a picture. I wouldn't have the energy. I'd be like, "Ooh, Jesus, I hope it work out, Lord, we pray." I just wouldn't say anything. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if it's, don't let me see Emmanuel somewhere acting stupid.
I would hope.
I'm gonna be like, listen, I really don't know what Emmanuel looked like, but if I knew what he looked like and I saw him,
the spirit, girl, if the spirit tell you,
hear what I'm telling you.
I'm
be like, I'm gonna send you a picture. This who this? This him.
This him.
I'm like, oh, that's him. That's him right there.
And
I'm coming, girl.
Well, let me tell you.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him.
I
not ready to kill
would just shoot something he wouldn't need, like a finger. But I wouldn't take him out.
But you know what though? Mm-hmm. I do want to be able to conjure up the courage to tell somebody, especially somebody in my circle, that, you know, we're going to be around each other. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to conjure up the courage to say, you know what, listen, let me bring, you know, put them to the side and say, listen, I'm not sure what's going on, but your birth stink, or, you know, I can smell your body odor, because it's a real life situation.
Yeah, it is. And the temperatures, global warming is a real thing. And we want to ensure as the temperatures are rising. Yeah.
You can be stink and you smell you first before anybody else smell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a difference from like, I've been working out now. Ooh, Jesus, you know.
Versus, go ahead. I got a question. So because
ask your question, girl. Ask your question.
Smell, I'll be able to smell myself first. Like if my breath is a little funky because I've been eating all day or whatever, or I haven't, because when you haven't eaten, like if you wake up and brush your teeth and you don't eat, your breath is going to stink or smell, you know, and I'd be like, well, okay, yeah, you know, your breath a little funky, right? And I can smell it. But my thing is, if I can smell myself and know that I need to go shower, that means you can smell yourself, or do you not smell yourself anymore, or you just nasty, you just don't want to shower? Why you can't smell yourself? If I can smell myself, why you can't smell yourself? Or you just
been in that funk so long.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's where I'm going.
It's a normal smell, like outside grass.
No,
you're used to it. Your brain has literally seared it into your senses as a normal smell.
Look, it smells like freshly mowed grass. You're like, good, like a nice spring day.
Wait a minute.
Like fresh laundry.
It became your brain just automatically it's okay now.
I'm saying, but it's true. It's true. People don't. They don't.
Now, I'm sorry. Depending on how stinking it is, I'm gonna have to tell somebody if I work with them every day. Look here. Well, then never mind because I had work. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
that's why we need to pray for ourselves, and we often because we ain't right. Because if you work with somebody, you tell them that they breath stink or they body odor or whatever, that's not right. Okay.
Wait, that girl said that's why we need to pray. You know what? And I pray for myself in my prayer times, my time with the Lord, but I don't think I pray on that level or to that extent for myself. Like, Lord, help me tell people when they're wrong.
Help me.
Give me the word.
Help me, Lord. God, give me the courage to tell that man or woman that his breath, listen,
that they breath stink, Father. Because
another thing
Patty
too.
said in the book of If Only You Knew.
I'm so sorry.
Listen, you could be that's definitely a turn off and a deal breaker for you. Could be fine as aged wine. You could be, who's the finest person in Hollywood that who do I think is like, you could be the sexiest man alive.
Who? Give me one. I want to know one. Give me.
You could be Morris Chestnut.
Oh, he one of the finest for you?
You could be, you could be, y'all seen that new show with Megan Good?
Oh,
yes.
That guy.
Yes.
Ooh, I get. Ooh.
Yes. You could be that guy.
Yes.
Fine.
Oh my God.
If your breath stinks, we can't date. I cannot date somebody with bad breath. I can't do it.
I mean, maybe we can make him a dentist appointment. He that fine. I want to get him to the dentist.
And if you don't have halitosis, now if you have halitosis, then I'll have
a mask on.
Compassion.
Gotcha. Compassion. Sorry.
A mask on compassion. Sorry, not the wrong one.
I have compassion because that's something that you really can't control. Because I've known people that have halitosis. They have really good personal hygiene. They brush and floss and do all this, and their breath don't stink because they have a medical condition going. I can understand that. But when you just don't take care of yourself, like when you just don't brush because you nasty, and another thing too, the plaque on the teeth.
How about the plaque? You can see it.
If I could see the buildup on your teeth, you will not.
And that comes from not brushing and fluffing
parts of my body because that's bacteria. Can you imagine the transfer of the bacteria
you gonna put
when
that
you're
on me?
slobbing faces with somebody that got plaque in their mouth?
Not at all. That buildup, and you know what? I constantly look at that buildup down to me. I'll be like, oh no, because you can see it now. That comes from not flossing.
Yes, if you floss
and not brushing.
If you floss once a day, I promise you will not have that buildup.
Nasty.
You will not have that buildup. If you brush your teeth and floss at least once a day, you will not have that. It is crazy that here we are, it is grown people our age walking around with plaque on your teeth. Shame on you.
You want to just take something and scrape it off.
Right.
And this has been a commercial
from
the American Dental Association.
Yeah. Come on now.
Why you laughing so hard? No, real life, this is true stuff.
No, it definitely is true stuff. But and like you guys said, if we can learn to take this of how we talk amongst ourselves to be able to talk to those, we can knock gingivitis away person at a time. All it takes is one conversation. One stick of mouthwash a day, you too.
Listen, y'all. Y'all gotta comment down below. Y'all gotta tell us about somebody bad breath or your bad breath. think you got bad breath, listen.
But
Comment down
definitely.
below. Listen, if you have bad breath, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We got you taken care of.
Mhm.
If you don't have bad breath,
Let's
go
go
ahead and
fix it.
subscribe too.
That's gonna fix it.
And then don't forget to share. We love it, okay?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share our video, okay? And I guess we're gonna see you another time. I'm about to go floss. I'm about to make sure.
I'm about to get the brown Listerine just to make sure I kill everything.
Let me go and put
I got
some
to sing
peroxide.
tomorrow.
I got some peroxide. I'm about to put in here.
We love y'all.
Peroxide.
Yeah.
We will
Let
see
the-
you another time.
We be talking, oh, we be talking.